It's a Monday, and I'm out working on the tractors this week. I haven't been out here in a few weeks, so I figured I better get out here and do something. Um, I'm in the shop, as you can see, and I got the door closed because it's getting kind of chilly out there this time of year. Um, it's nice we got a heater in here, so it's not so bad. So I'm working on the Ford. That's the extent of it right there. Um, haven't really messed with that part of it too much. It should be, that's all together. Transmission's rebuilt, rear end's rebuilt. I got the new brakes in it. Um, got to try and get it into a roller, at least, so that I can get it out of here and get the H in. Or move it. Move that. Where that's at. That will probably end up going into the shed. Drain the water out of it because it's not heated over there. But we'll get the H in here because that's where the hoist is at. Because I got to split the H and get the clutch out of it and maybe get it rebuilt. There's a heater kicking on. But I'm going to work on the Ford a little bit here and see if I can start getting it together at least so I can move it. Found the other side cover. That's the other one that I've got all cleaned up and repainted. And I was trying to figure out what I can do about this manifold because before, when you had it set down in there, let's see if I can do this one-handed, left-handed at that, set it down on there, and it's hitting on these side covers. Sometimes you want to focus in here. There's a lot better. I got this one pulled out now, but you can kind of see that it's hitting on it. It's not doing any. It's not getting down on top of the block, which is where I need it to be to seal, obviously. But if you kind of finagle with it a little bit, you can get it to where that sits flat now. The side cover's off of it. I probably won't do it now. But now you can get it to where that side cover sits down too. And there's supposed to be some gaskets here that go down inside of there. So I got to looking at it. I was going to take this off. Because this is a brand new manifold. Steiner, I think I got this from Steiner Tractor Parts. But you can see that this is the bottom side of it here, and then this is the side that it's hitting. It's already kind of thin. I'd have to grind off quite a bit of that to get it to fit, and that would thin this wall out, which would have a chance of it blowing out. I've been trying to find the gasket for it that goes all across here, because this is carburetor, this and this are your intake, and your exhaust is here, obviously. But I can't find the gasket. I'm gonna have to try and. I've been looking all over the shop, and I can't find the thing. But I got to looking at it, specifically where these studs are at in relation to the ports. I don't know if it'll show up very well because I got junk in the way here. But if you look down those studs, you'll notice that they're not centered on the ports. They're off to this side, just to, maybe 1/8 of an inch or something. Not much. But then you look down the length of the manifold here, and they are decidedly centered. They're pretty close to it. Which means either these studs are in the wrong spot and have been for since what, 50s, 40s? And this is correct, or this new manifold isn't correct. And look at the old one here. In the old one, they're off center, it looks like. I don't want to reuse this one because it's all gone up in here. It's all cracked. It's been welded a couple times, and like you can tell, it's not usable. Not for my lifetime. So I got a new manifold. It's in a lot better shape, but I'm trying to decide if I should recenter these holes to fit better, which I think is what I'm going to have to do. I don't want to grind too much off of here and thin this out, because then that just gets that hotter and it risks the chance of it blowing out. And I don't want to grind the tops off of these to get it to fit, because then if you have to take it off for maintenance and then to get inside of there, you'd have to make sure you put the right one back in the right spot and in the right orientation, and I just don't want to do it that way. So thinking we might have to egg shape these holes a little bit, elongate them this way so that the manifold will be able to move. Or is it this way? Yeah. And these will have to move down because these studs aren't centered on the holes. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that, because I don't have a machine shop and I don't have a deburr bit to open up them holes. Wow, that gets dark. So we'll see what I come up with. I gotta get a new gasket for this thing anyways, and I may sandblast this thing and paint it so it matches this one. At least I'm painted on the backside. I don't have to worry about it rusting. But that's kind of the update so far. Like I said, I've been searching around here in a mess of parts, trying to find that gasket, because I thought I had bought one, but I can't find it now. It's been too long since I messed with it. It's kind of one of those things, you start working on it, and then you switch over to something else, and you come back to it and you forget where everything's at and where all the parts are at and what you've done and what you need to do, and there's just a lot of other projects going on, a lot that needs to be done. This I just need to get back together, like I said, so I can get the H in here, because the H has like no clutch left. I'm hoping that the flywheel isn't really heavily damaged, and I got to try and find a new flywheel or what the deal is. But that's what's been going on. I'll give you guys an update. Talk to you later.